Hey everyone, fresh from the celebration, hey? 250 subscribers. Funnily enough, the last video where I actually celebrated it kind of flopped, but hey, I still got 4 more subscribers out of it, so we take those victories. That said, we're still gonna keep the intro shorter, so let's just go over all 4 of the tasks today. Task number 1, this time front and center, dig deeper. I need to make as much progress as I can because I'm starting to feel like I'm running out of time. What do I mean by that? Don't worry about it. Task number 2, get a lot of deep slate. Simple as I've been thinking of refining the tower designs with deep slate, finishing the tunnels, replacing all of those bricks and polished andesite with deep slate variants. And heck, if I get to the nether at some point, I might even go as far as to upgrade it with blackstone, but that's something for our future consideration. Task number 3, once I get deep slate, that's it. I have to finish the design. I'm not gonna delay on this anymore. Frankly, 2 fake outs, even if they weren't intended, is too many. And task number 4, in relation to the previous 2 tasks, once I finish the design, finish the rest of the towers. That hole in my defense is intolerable. And I'm hiding my face. Alright, that'll be all for the intro. Moving on to the preview segment now. You know, I did consider leaving this cake here and just making a new cake for every milestone after. But then it will get stale, and what's a cake that exists only for you not to eat it? You make your cake so you can eat it, because that's how you have it too. Oh, and you get the candle back. That's nice. Bit less than half gone. Nice. I'll just make 2 cakes next time. I genuinely can't tell if this is a huge geode or if it's just a weirdly long and skinny one. I suppose we'll find out in time. And here goes the last slice of cake. Nom. Oh, no, there's still one little bit. There's still one little bit left. Next when I'm out then. I need more torches actually. Nom. Alright, back in. I have no idea where I am. I mean, I've clearly been down here before. There's torches, but I guess I didn't dig myself a path out of here. Oh, you know what this is? This is the original shaft. uh, that was down here when I first began. Back when this was a ravine. Though that's basically all gone now. But this hole was left behind. Well, time to get back up there. I'll have to figure out how to deal with this, though. Currently, the solution seems to be keep not dealing with it until we're done. Because as long as we keep digging down, this problem will eventually not be a problem anymore. Though it'll take a while. We've revealed the amethyst. No budding blocks yet, though. We've revealed our first budding block. Well, now I'm wondering if I should dig around it to maximize production as soon as possible, or if I should just leave it be and do it as we go around and save it for when I actually open the geode properly. Because if I try to empty out the faces of this block, it will likely crack open the geode. And I'll leave it. After all, I did get more than a chest's worth of amethyst shards. That's the official word for them, amethyst shards, just by treating the last one normally, and I did goof up quite a bit during that process, so considering the size of this one, I think it'll be fine to just take it as it comes. Of course, I'm gonna get a lot more shards now that I have a Fortune 3 pick. Alright, got myself a couple of axolotls, so now I can clear up that puddle. No survivors. Well, that was rather satisfying. Back to things, I suppose. I'm closer, but look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm still a good 4 or 5 blocks away from the first smatterings of deep slate. And currently, my progress seems to be roughly 4 to 6 blocks deeper every video. So if I really, really want deep slate for this video, and I really do have to because of the promises I made before, stupid of me, but what can you do? I'm gonna have to either significantly mine off camera, which I don't want to do, for the simple reason that I will need to record that much more footage to get that far, and my hard drive space ain't infinite, or to break one of my rules and just go out of my way to dig up a bunch of it. There's still time, so I'm not gonna do any drastic measures yet because this is the 3rd recording session. There's still a 4th one, but obviously everything needs to get done during that 4th one, so I'm basically at a wall already. Well, for now, let's just fix up the pick and start digging up a new layer again. Decided to go ahead and just give the fishing rod what it was missing this whole time. We might not be able to speed everything up, but we can at the very least speed up how fast I can repair this pickaxe. And that means fishing things up faster. Of course, I could go even faster if I say set up a mob farm or did something funky with traders, I want to say. Because I think certain traders can sell enchantment bottles, but that ain't anything I'm equipped for, especially right now. Getting on with it. Well, that's the inside of it. Let's finish opening up this layer before we head in. Proper huge chamber. But no monsters in here. I guess I managed to catch a lucky moment where they all despawned. Still gotta make sure everything's properly lit up though. Alright, now that we're inside the geode, I gotta expose all the budding blocks to make sure that we can maximize them. That's it. Let's dig up this random copper first. Alright. First, let's dig up everything that's already out. Only a modest, nearly 3 stacks. Alright, let's figure this out. Alright, I can't be certain, but I think I got everything. And I destroyed way too much of the geode to do so, but I can't even reach half of these with any sort of convenience. So I think I'll just leave it alone until almost, or if not, every single crystal is filled in and fully grown before I come to harvest any of it. Because I'll probably need to make my own staircases with my own blocks. Especially with how the crystals, especially when they're closer together like that, or even touching, like a couple of these are, movement can get pretty tricky around there. But first, before I can even continue digging, I have to drop most of this off. Good job, Kurt. In my opinion, Endermen shouldn't be able to attack if they have a block in their hand. They have to put it down first. Much like the player can't attack the most effectively unless they specifically have a weapon in their hand. I mean, sure, say... I mean, I guess an Enderman's hand would count as, like, something like this pickaxe, where it does actually do more damage than it would an empty hand. something that doesn't really matter. Suppose I should have seen that coming. Go ahead and cue the voiceover. So, where do we even begin from here? As you can guess, we didn't really have things go according to plan, needless to say. We were so focused, or I was so focused, I'm not sure why we're saying we. Why I'm saying we. On one major objective that all of our tasks basically revolved around it. So when I failed that objective, I failed all of my tasks. Fun. And, you know, it's hard not to get demoralized from that. But the fact of the matter is that maybe I'm just easy to demoralize, I don't know. But things aren't going fast enough, both in terms of progression and in terms of this. I don't remember when I said it, but at some point near... I can't even say where in the year in particular. Earlier, at some point, I said that I wanted to at least have the frame of the building done. That meant that I would have, of course, reached bedrock. Do I think that could have been possible? Yes. Do I think it's still possible? Unlikely. Looking back on things, I definitely think I could have gone faster had I changed some things. Definitely could have gone faster deeper had I upgraded to my maxed out diamond pick much sooner. It's hard to say how much progress I lost out on, and I do say that in quotes, but I do think that at the very least I could have hit Deep Slate by June, and here we are in August, and it doesn't really look like I'm gonna make it there until the next video, which will be the August B video, aka near to the end of August. So it took me 3/4 of a year to get halfway there. Is a Deep Slate boundary even halfway to bedrock? I don't even know. Well, it is what it is. Even if I fail entirely, it's not like I'm gonna stop. This just proves... No, that's not how I should say that. I suppose this really just goes to show that only I could have made something like this, because let me tell you, this entire series, such as it is, really does just feel like an extension of my own life. To try and put it bluntly, my life consists of two major themes, I suppose. That of mediocrity and that of cycles. It's something of a pattern, not a consistent one, just an overall trend, I suppose. That bad things happen for a while, then they level out a bit, maybe they rise a bit, not as high as they were before the bad things happened, but enough that they become tolerable. Then it happens again, they level out again. It happens again, they level out again, and each time is a little bit lower. It's not bad. I do not think that I am overly suffering, to put it mildly. I'm doing fine mentally. Could I be in a better place? Sure, but so could anyone else, right? But ultimately, I can't help but think that this might just be the best I could ever hope for. To be mediocre. Not good, not great, just someone who's there. I wouldn't even... Could I call myself average? Is average above or below mediocre? Or is mediocre considered average? I couldn't even begin to guess at that. I mean, I could think about it more, but honestly, that is probably a matter of some debate. But I get sidetracked. Let me go ahead and explain the comparison at least. As I said before, my life is made of cycles. To use the easiest example, my sleeping schedule. Typically, I can only have it be what's considered normal, aka sleeping during the day and... I already got it backwards. Sleeping during the night and staying awake during the day. I can maybe keep that steady for a couple of weeks, sometimes longer if I try really hard. Like, for example, I managed to have it stay straight for about a month, until very recently. But inevitably I slip, and then it takes me a couple of weeks to get things more or less reset again. And once I do, stay steady for a while, then I crash again. Can't even say that it's consistent. Sometimes I just get distracted, sometimes I accidentally drink coffee a little too late. There's a few reasons why it could happen, but ultimately it doesn't really matter. It's too consistent that even with several different causes, it's its own pattern. That might not be science, but hey, it's vibes. But yeah, that also explains my feelings towards this in general. Don't get me wrong, I love doing this, but I think it demonstrates how I am as a person trying to get through things, survive in general, etc. Because I will gladly make huge overarching plans, either because I have to or because I want to. And I will inevitably either not quite succeed or fail completely. And when I do, it's not the end of it, of course, because obviously I'm still alive, but inevitably that makes me want to try again, which obviously is a good thing. And I do a little bit better each time. That's where the cycles come into play. I learn new things, I get a little bit more better overall, more proficient, a little efficient, or a little more efficient. And ultimately, even if I fail again, at least I do it faster. I waste less time on it. But inevitably, well, that's the thing, isn't it? Inevitably, I either succeed and feel nothing for it, or I give up and feel terrible for it. My mind doesn't really reward effort. I can distantly appreciate the end result of anything I do, any long term plans, any art, any single work. I can appreciate it and I can critique it, but I don't feel good about it. It's just, I put in all this time and effort, and I might have failed a few times, and I stumbled and I struggled, but I made it in the end. Let's never do it again. Eh. Yeah, there's probably something wrong with me there, but I reckon that's enough negativity for its own sake, though. On to more, if not wholly positive, then at least neutral matters, at least for the most part. We do still have some plans for the future. I make no promises, because I really should learn that I really shouldn't make promises that I might not be able to keep. I keep that in mind in a meta context when it comes to certain long-term goals and videos in general, but apparently I keep forgetting that when it comes time to making tasks inside the videos themselves. But moving on. Plans for the next video: a new golem pair should be able to find their voices, at least for the first time. Dilly and Dally. And we should also have a special thumbnail for that video, which is something I'm really looking forward to. No guarantees though, again, no promises, but for now, things are looking good. That said, I should reiterate that the golem's first words will likely also be their last. I can't always rely on others to do things for me. And I'm never gonna rely on any, let's call them controversial tools to get around that. Either I will be able to do it my own self, or it's not getting done. Of course, there will be exceptions if things work out for me and my friends in general, but that's on life, not on any of ours individual control. Of course, we do all try our best. Some of my friends are actually in very good positions, especially compared to me. But that doesn't change the fact that they have somewhat tenuous positions as well. Nothing is guaranteed. You could be doing better, but that doesn't mean you'll always stay like that. But I get too negative. Otherwise, I do want to say that we are doing very good as a channel, at least in comparison to before, I should clarify. When I uploaded the 250 subscriber special, we actually had 255 subscribers. I'm not sure I actually said that in the video itself, though. I should have, but I likely didn't, or at least I don't remember doing so. And now, by the time I upload this video anyway, we have 264 subscribers, which is amazing. 9 whole subscribers. Compared to before, it is a miracle. There are maybe 3 times or so, I want to say, that a video has managed to get more than 10 whole subscribers in one shot. I hope that becomes more frequent come the future, of course, but for now I will gladly work with what I've got, especially when it is provably better than before. What is a bit strange, though, at least overall, is that I got 9 more subscribers despite the video only doing about half as well as the one that came before. I couldn't tell you why that is, especially because at first the video didn't do as well. It only started getting a little more traction later on, like within the last few days later on. So who knows? Probably something I can only attribute to luck, or if not luck, then in the hands of machinery that I doubt even its creators fully understand by now. That said, I think we'll go ahead and wrap this up here. I fished for quite a while longer, but I only gave that much space in case I really wanted to yap forever. We'll go ahead and wrap things up with a little funny notice, a little funny instant that I did speak live for, and then straight to the end. And of course, I will leave the proper outro to my quote-unquote live self, but again, I must thank you all for joining me in this journey so far. It might be a lot more downs than ups, but hey, at least to you, I hope, the ups make it worth it. Alright, getting on with it. That was actually very interesting. Wandering traders actually potion up for thunderstorms as well as nightfall. So I was able to sleep there knowing that something was up despite the clock saying that it was still well in the middle of the day. Very interesting. And there is a hole in my roof. Let me go fix that. Wonder how this hole happened though. Enderman probably. Oh, just gonna cook the rest of these, then hug my golems. Well, in terms of accomplishing objectives, this video could not have gone any worse. But, hey, still gotta take it with the other victories that we've had recently. That said, let's go ahead and hug the golems. Turret. Turret. On. Done. Tally. Billy. I'm sure I'll have more to say in the voiceover, but for now, take care, y'all. I'll see you all again in another couple of weeks. Take care.